Hey everybody, I'm sharing my screen. I'm going to be going through some questions and information that I've been getting. I'm going to share my screen. Hi, my name is Dr. Kelly Peterson. I'm also known as the Belly Whisperer. I'm a physical therapist that specializes in pelvic, visceral, and orthopedic physical therapy. So I've been getting lots of questions on how do I help with pelvic pain? How do I help with constipation, gas, bloating? How do I help with getting my core stronger, pelvic floor strength, everything. So I'm going to be going through my online program because I designed this method and I treat patients every day in the clinic and I treat people via online. So I wanted to kind of share some more information because a lot of people don't realize what the program is. So the program is meant to be something that is self-paced online program. You do it at home. The goal is to spend at least 15 minutes a day. But again, a lot of my patients are moms, they're busy working and they don't have enough time necessarily to work out to spend 30 minutes to an hour. So my program is designed to go through and be able to do at least 5 to 15 minutes a day to help with healing your belly and your pelvic floor. So what is the Belly Whisperer method, right? So if you want to, I have a little intro video, 2.5 minutes. I'll play it really quickly, just a little bit. Let's see. Oh, it already started.
So known as the Belly Whisperer.
So weird watching yourself. So if you want access to this, it's on my website. I also have it on various social media platforms about
I'm a physical therapist that specializes in help.
Okay, you've heard me say this a million times, so I'm going to skip through. If you go on my website, you can learn about my story, how I went through a lot of different things, suffering from irritable bowel syndrome, ulcerative colitis, internal hemorrhoids, lots of things that a lot of my patients and friends that I know suffer from. So one of the reasons that I created my online program was because a lot of my time is dedicated toward treating patients in the clinic, and I realized that a lot of people don't have resources near them where they live. They don't know what pelvic floor therapy is. They don't know what visceral therapy is. And they don't know how to manage a lot of the symptoms they have going on. A lot of people don't even realize that they're suffering from constipation until it's too late, until they get hemorrhoids, until they get a fissure, until they have other things going on, blood in their stool. So I'm really a big advocate for trying to get proactive pelvic floor therapy versus just waiting until something happens. That's why I created this, and I try to recommend using this to a lot of my patients that are trying to get pregnant, that are pregnant, and then again, to use it when they're postpartum to heal their abdominal wall, to help with healing their pelvic floor. So it's a 5-step program that's broken down into the 5 B's. So it's belly breathing, belly posture, belly bending, belly bracing, and belly buddy. So it sounds funny, but I'm going to talk about it. So you can go through. And also, if you're somebody that's local in Irvine, California, I treat patients on the weekends at my office. You can come see me one-on-one. If you're not local, but you want more information, or maybe you want one-on-one specialized care, please schedule an online with me. I would love to help you out. I have about 8 appointments today starting at 10 a.m., so I'm pretty busy, but try to schedule with me. So how do you know if the Belly Whisperer method is right for you? That's a great question. And I tell all my patients or anybody that messages me, they'll send me their whole story, maybe something about them, what they have going on. And they'll say, will it help me? Will this help me? Like, what do I do? And I always say, it depends. I don't know, because I need more information, right? I don't know your medical history. I don't know what your diet looks like. I don't know what your water intake looks like. I don't know what past management treatment you've had. Have you seen an endocrinologist? Have you seen a urologist, an OBGYN, a gynecologist? Have you seen a pelvic floor physical therapist? So there's lots of questions that I need to know before I can help somebody or point them in the right direction. So that's why, again, if you can, schedule with me if you want more one-on-one. But again, this method is foundational exercises that I teach almost all my patients, regardless of if you come in for abdominal pelvic issues, if you come in for a neck pain, if you come in for headaches, if you come in for shoulder, knee, hip, back. I still do a lot of these same techniques. Diaphragmatic breathing is the most underrated exercise. I know I talk a lot about this on my social media, but it's one of the most important things that a lot of people don't realize they're not even doing correctly. So if you suffer from constipation or bloating, maybe you have painful irregular periods, maybe you suffer from pelvic organ prolapse, you have hip, low back, pelvic pain, maybe you're somebody that, again, is trying to get pregnant, you have infertility issues, maybe you have, a tilted uterus or kinked fallopian tube, maybe you're somebody that has digestive issues, right? Maybe you have celiac disease, Crohn's disease. Again, I talked about hemorrhoids, fissures. Maybe you're somebody that suffers from acid reflux, indigestion, excessive gas in the belly or in the pelvis. Maybe you're somebody that has painful penetration or sex. Putting in a tampon can be difficult or painful. Using a cup can be difficult or painful. Maybe you're having fluctuations or hormone imbalances like PCOS, right? Maybe you suffer from endometriosis, adenomyosis, interstitial cystitis. Maybe you have pudendal neuralgia. Maybe you're somebody that suffers from chronic headaches, migraines, jaw pain. I talk a lot about this, how there's a connection between the pelvic floor and the jaw because of embryological development, because of the way the spinal cord runs from the cranium down to the sacrum. So maybe you're somebody that has food allergies or sensitivities, or more importantly, maybe you're somebody that's post-surgery. A lot of my patients that have had major surgeries, especially to the abdomen or the pelvis, like C-section, colon resections, hysterectomies, hernia repairs. A lot of my patients have scar tissue restrictions that are limiting digestion, inhibiting peristalsis, causing weak abdominals, difficulty with bowel movements, constipation, bloating, pain, all of that. So these are just some of the things that I have used my method for. So if you have any of these and you're curious, you can come on my website. So what does my program include? I talked about it being an online program, right? It's self-paced. You go at your own speed. There's 2 introduction videos. There's 5 videos on breathing, 4 on posture, 3 on flexibility. Belly bending is for pelvic floor, low back, hip flexibility, stretching, and 5 for belly bracing. That's abdominal pelvic floor strengthening, and 1 belly buddy video. That's for a multidisciplinary team approach. So I tell a lot of my patients, if you have any of those major issues that I discussed above, you're going to want a multidisciplinary team approach. You're going to need to see multiple healthcare professionals to do better, right? Maybe you need to see a dietitian. Maybe you also need to see a psychologist for some of the mental health issues that come along with this, right? I mentioned earlier that I have IBS and ulcerative colitis. And for a lot of people that have this, it's really debilitating socially. Trying to date, finding somebody new, going out to eat with friends, trying to be able to eat somewhere at a restaurant when everything has an allergy that you can't eat. And then people ask you, why aren't you eating? Why aren't you doing this? Well, maybe because you don't want to have diarrhea, bloating, constipation. So there's a huge mental component as well. So it may take multiple doctors, but I promise you, once you figure out the source of your issues, your dysfunction, or your pain, you feel so much better because you feel more in control of what's going on. A lot of people that I find once they come and see me, they feel like they're crazy. It's because a lot of doctors have been super dismissive and basically telling them, well, it's normal. What you're feeling is normal. Or the doctor really doesn't know what's going on and doesn't refer you to the right specialist. This is what I find mostly, where I have patients that have seen all these doctors and I'm like, why haven't you come to see a pelvic floor therapist? This is something that I could easily fix, but it's been 5 years and nobody has told you to come and see us. So again, really important to make sure that you keep searching if you feel like you're somebody that is like missing answers or doesn't really understand what's going on with your body. Okay, once you go through the videos, right? And some of these videos are going to be anywhere from 5 minutes all the way up to 30, 40 minutes. So it really just depends on which section you're in. And then I have different introduction guides and planners. So if you're somebody that likes to, okay, I want to work out from this time to this time and I want to do these exercises. Once you watch all my videos and you go through the exercises, then you can figure out which stretches, which core activation, which things feel best in your body. And then you continue to do those. Again, I talk about daily. It doesn't have to be 40 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. It's 5 to 15 minutes a day. So you're going to get weekly planners. You're going to get home exercise program PDFs. All of the guides and planners, all of these are all printable. So you can download these. And they're great resources. And then there's information on, constipation tips, right? There's handouts on some of the dietary changes that I've made for my own self. So a lot of really good information on that. So, and then I also have extra videos. belly biomechanics videos. So talking about how to bend forward, how to lift, how to make sure you're breathing properly when you're bending down, doing the dishes, right? A lot of people are trying to do the right exercises. They're trying to do the right things. But when I see a lot of people working out or at the gym, they're doing the techniques incorrectly, which can be causing more compression on your spine, which can be causing more pain in your back, right? If you already have a herniated disc and you're lifting or you're bending improperly, that's only going to irritate that disc more and cause sciatica, radiating pain. So again, biomechanics posture is a huge part of my program. And I think a lot of people struggle with posture, especially nowadays with technology. A lot of us are used to bending forward, slouching forward on the computer. So really working on how to create neutral spine and figuring out how to use proper posture, not just with doing your daily activities, but sitting, standing, sleeping. So I talk all about that. And then my favorite video, pooping tips, tricks, and techniques. I'm sitting on the toilet and we talk about how to poop, all the fun ways that I teach my patients, how to pass bowel movements without pushing or straining. So again, I mentioned that I'm limited with my time. I usually treat patients on the weekends. I charge $195 for evaluation and treatments, and follow-ups are $165. So that's a lot of money for a lot of people. And for some people, I only need to see them one time and they're great. They don't need to come back. For some people, they need to come once a week for, 4 to 6 weeks, maybe 8 to 12 weeks, depending on their diagnosis or their injury. So my program is meant to be something that is basically meant to be done over a 4 to 8 week period, as if you were coming in and seeing me. So if you were coming in to see me for an evaluation, I'm going to assess what's going on. I'm going to talk to you, but then I'm going to make sure you're breathing properly. Step 1, are you breathing? Step 2, what's your posture look like? Step 3, do you have range of motion flexibility? Okay, great. Do you have stability? Maybe you don't. And then lastly, belly buddy. Maybe you need to see an endocrinologist. Maybe you need to see a gastroenterologist because you need to maybe get a colonoscopy. Maybe I suspect you have endometriosis. So again, that's that last step, belly buddy. So again, it's meant to be done over a 4 to 8 week period. So my program altogether is $399. But if you're somebody that's like, whoa, I don't have that kind of money right now, I get it. That's why I have my monthly payment plan. It's the same program. It's just the sections are dripped out to you each month after you pay. So it's just broken down into the 5 Bs that I mentioned earlier. And what's awesome is I have an Easter sale going on. I started it yesterday, kind of late, but I'm going to extend it to the end of the day. So if you want, I put that link on the top of the website. If you use code EasterBelly10, you will get a discount off my online program. Again, if you want more information on what each section offers, I have that listed below too. Okay, I talked about belly breathing, right? 6 variations of how to breathe, modifications using pillows, right? Talking about anatomy of the diaphragm, vagus nerve, all of that, right? Getting into parasympathetic, rest and digest. I know a lot of it seems like a lot of information, but I promise you, I break it down so it's really easy to understand. It's not too technical, but again, if you're somebody that is a medical professional, there is some great information out there. Or if you're somebody that works in the health and wellness field, you can use this for your clients, for your people, and help them, especially breathing. I can't stress enough the importance of breathing. So again, self-soothing techniques, how to enhance your lung capacity, right? The key to core is being able to breathe. That's how you get strong core. Next, belly posture, right? We talked about neutral spine, working on different postures and standing on your side, on your back, right? And again, great techniques for how to sleep properly. That one's a huge one. A lot of my patients do belly posture, and then they decide that they want to tell their partner about it, or their wife or their husband. So again, this is something that you can do with your partner, and it's meant for all genders. It's not, obviously I am a female or I'm a woman, and I like to help women more because I feel that healthcare doesn't provide enough, especially for moms, especially for patients or people that are pregnant postpartum. So, but I made this program for everybody, right? Males and females, all of us, everybody with the pelvic floor has the potential for pelvic floor dysfunction and needs to take care of it. So I just want to put that out there because I do get asked if this is for men, if it's for women. It's for all genders, right? I'm just a woman, and I really, advocate for us. So, and then again, belly bending, right? My favorite stretching techniques for stretching your pelvic floor, modifications using blocks, talking about scar tissue mobilization if you're somebody that has scars. And then again, if you're somebody that's pregnant and you're unsure whether it's safe, I always tell people, just ask your OBGYN and make sure you don't have any contraindications. But I do have modifications in there for people that are in their third trimester, because typically when you're in your third trimester, you want to avoid lying on your back in supine positions. So there are those modifications in my program as well. Next, belly bracing, right? I start from the most basic core exercises to working up to more higher level exercises, right? This is a bird dog. So again, if you're somebody that has a diastasis, a hernia, maybe you have just weak abdominals, or you feel like you have a lot of low belly weakness, I really want to let you know that this is an exercise that's great for working on how to activate your low belly. I'm not a huge advocate for doing just traditional sit-ups, because I think that just works your upper abdominals. A lot of people forget about the lower abdominals. So that's what this program focuses on. Again, there's 9 home programs with different progressions. And then lastly, Belly Buddy, my favorite one. So talking about, again, multidisciplinary team approach, talking about the importance of stress management, sleep, all of that. Look at how comfy I look. That's my little pregnancy pillow. It's great. Even if you're not pregnant, these pillows and positions, this is how you get good alignment with your spine, with your hips, right? With your neck. So, and then lastly, I talked about this before, me sitting on the toilet like a goober, talking about pooping. One of my favorite things to do. And again, the biomechanics, right? Using sticks can be really beneficial to help with learning how to hip hinge and how to keep neutral spine. So again, going back to all the home programs you're getting. And again, when I break down the home programs, beginner, intermediate, and advanced, as well as the third trimester one. So let's say you're somebody that's just starting to exercise. Maybe you're somebody that wants to get back to higher level stuff. So it really just depends. And then if you go on both my websites, I have tons of testimonials. It's pretty incredible the amount of feedback I've gotten in such a short time. I just started this program, and I just started my own business by accident, and I didn't really think that, what I did was very unique or special, but I'm finding out that, not a lot of people do what I do. And I have a lot of education in terms of how to do visceral stuff, for manipulation of organs, the abdomen, as well as pelvic floor, including my orthopedic education. And I'm hoping to even enhance that further this next year and the following year with trying to work on lymphedema, because I get a lot of patients that suffer from cancer or some of the cancer side effects, right? I'm going through a cancer program with my work, and a lot of people don't realize radiation chemotherapy has a lot of different side effects, especially down the road, right? 3 to 6 months later, that a lot of people don't realize. So how to manage and help patients manage that better. If you want more information or you want to read some of these testimonials on some of my patients, check it out. If you want more information, you can go on. I have so many testimonials. It's been pretty incredible. I really appreciate everybody, reaching out to me. I didn't even ask for some of these. People just email these, and I ask, hey, may I please put these on my website? Because I find it kind of awkward to ask people for testimonials sometimes. So I'm just so appreciative and thankful for all of my clients, all of my patients. And again, I mentioned earlier about I had another colleague. I'm a pelvic floor physical therapist, and I bought this course to further my knowledge of patient treatment and exercise prescription. It's been so helpful. This program offers an arsenal of treatment options for mobility, stability, pregnancy modifications. If you're new to pelvic floor world and looking for a framework for patient treatment, this course will undoubtedly support you. So that was really cool. Awesome. And when you get that feedback from a colleague, that's really cool, because again, what I do is really unique and it's a little weird. And a lot of people tell me that I'm kind of weird and out there, but I think that what I'm doing is going to be so beneficial once more people realize how important abdominal pelvic health is. So, and again, if you're really not sure, make an appointment with me. I would love to help you out. And again, there's just so much information on all the different things I treat. People always ask me, do you treat, this or that? And I say, yes, lots of things, right? A lot of my patients have EDS, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, right? A lot of my patients have had VBACs, have had C-sections. I mean, so many different things that pelvic floor therapists and visceral therapists treat. Vulvodynia, coccydynia, dyspareunia, vaginismus. These are just some of the different things that I treat on a daily basis. Again, post-surgery, all of that. So if you're somebody that is suffering from any of these or you have questions, let me know. And then there's also Q&A about, is it safe for pregnancy? Different payment plan questions. How long is it meant for? So, okay, I'm going to see if I missed any questions. It's hard to answer questions on this, but let me just switch back to my TikTok here. Okay, good. Sorry, I just jumped on. What is the cost of your program? I feel like my wife would benefit from this. Oh, okay. I just mentioned this earlier. It's $399 for the whole program all at once, or it's $89 a month. But right now I have a sale going on that ends today for Easter. Use the code EasterBelly10 when you go to check out. I have the link already in my story, in my bio, everywhere. So if you go onto my website, if you click the link, you'll be able to figure it out. It's right there. And if not, you can message me. And I will help you out. All right, I'm going to go. I really appreciate everybody who joined me. Thank you for the questions, and I will talk to you later.